Welcome back for the mobile gaming fanatics. Mytyme here. This is Top Drives, and first of all, I need to start off by saying congratulations and happy anniversary, Hutch. Yes, we can see in the top right hand corner they are celebrating their 10th anniversary as a company, and as a result they have gifted us a few little treats for this forthcoming weekend. Now the first thing is this carbon fiber pack. As you can see, not only do you get the carbon fiber pack, you also get 10,000 cash and 10 slots. Now this is a great deal if you compare it to normal carbon fiber where it's $14.99 in gold. It looks like a no-brainer of a pickup, especially for people out there who need slots. However, little caveat to let you know, the wild carbon fiber called the wild pack here is the exact same price, except for it gives you 20,000 cash rather than 10,000 with those 10 slots for the exact same price. Now the caveat being you are stuck with Call of the Wild cards as a reward. However, if you need Call of the Wild cards, or you're just opening the packs purely to try and get fodder or etc., then this becomes just as viable a pack to open. However, I would recommend anyone who has the extra cash in their or the gold in their account, definitely a pack worth investing in, mainly because of the slots. Now on top of that, they've also gone and released a challenge for the weekend. Now I can promise you this 10th anniversary giveaway challenge is extremely easy. Okay, you do not need to have a built up garage of supercars. This is designed to let people play through rather than just giving you a pack. So normally if Hutch were to give us a free, say, premium UK pack in the store, we get those 5 cars. Except what they're doing now is each day you log on, you play your 3 rounds. It's very easy to do. You start off with these low RQ rewards, then for the 3rd round you get a aluminium pack. Now you remember you've got a chance of not only getting a super rare but also an ultra rare in this pack. We then move on to a couple of D cards along with 10,000 cash. On round 6 we then get the Mazda MX-5s and the Abarth again, before on round 9 getting 3 slots. And then round 10 it introduced the Ford Sierra Cosworth, that's a guaranteed super rare. Round 11 we get the Audi S2 Coupe, and it finally culminates with a premium UK pack, which you can obviously get anything from a super rare above you could get a legendary from. But it's really nice to see there's a free ultra rare for everyone pretty much in this game by getting this Audi S2 Coupe. Now is it one of the best cars in the game, one of the best ultra rares? No. Is it a useful ultra rare? Definitely. Medium ground clearance, 4-wheel drive. Most people could probably find a use for this car in their garage, and if you don't, it's a free ultra rare to fuse. So really nice touch from Hutch. To be honest with you, that is pretty good. Now that is better than this Call of the Wild, where unfortunately I find myself slightly stuck at the moment, working on another car here, another low RQ car, in order to be able to get me to progress through this challenge. You will see for the buy cars, I have unfortunately had to spend a bit of my cash in the store. We had to buy, or I've ended up buying 9 of these Wild Plus packs, and as you can see, have I bought 17 of these standard packs? I mean, I've done chunks of cash just trying to find a couple of these key cars to help me through some of these stages. Now don't get me wrong, I fully understand if out there some of you decide that this Call of the Wild isn't for you, you don't have the cash etc, you can't go and chase all the prizes. I do get that. Luckily I do have the resources, and there is enough time that I will end up getting all the way to the end, and then I imagine going in and actually exchanging for the Cadillac Sim, because I do have the Maserati. I've also got the Mercedes Benz, one of these which I use, but I wouldn't say I need a second, and between the Porsche Carrera and the Cadillac, I feel that the Cadillac is the better car, so that will be the one I will be opting to get. Now Hutch could leave it there, but what they've gone and done, and the main focus for this video after opening some packs, is they have given us a special event, the Anniversary Spectacular. Now what this is an opportunity using UK cars to get the Ram Rebel TRX. This car is going to be a great addition to everyone's garage. 5.00 to 60 and 73 handling standard for off-road 4-wheel drive is pretty immense. Now we don't worry about the top speed because that's not what off-road cars are really all about. This is going to be a great car to have in anyone's garage, and I can imagine people with 500 in every group going quite hard for this. Now, there's technically more prize cars available than in a regular tri-series where you get 10. There's 15 here, so there's 50% extra prize cars up for reward or up for grabs, probably because it's an epic as well. We still got carbon fibers lower down, so while there's going to be no other cars up for grabs here, people to top 275, you're going to get a ceramic. So hopefully for a lot of people, you're going to at least get a carbon fiber if you have a half decent UK garage. Now, there's a few parameters put in here. It's a max of 90 RQ, and you get bonus points for having 2+ fuses in your car. We can see 1.5 times when your car has 2 or more fuses. So we will come to that in a minute when we actually look at the tracks and see which kind of cars are going to be useful. Before that though, I'm going to come in very quickly and open a couple of packs, mainly thinking about opening this Call of the Wild special pack because of the 10 slots. Open one of these, leave the other one, and also open one of the 10th anniversaries, and I'll also open one of the UK 2010 carbon fibers. Now, I'm going to just explain something about this UK 2010 carbon fiber before you open it and complain to Hutch. Bear in mind that you can click filters, you can click on country, UK, you can go down to collection and tags to get rid of the non-prize cars, and you can click on decades and years and press 2010 to show you all the available cars. But notice these cars here on screen now, all above 90, you can pull them in the pack, but you can't use them in the event. Now, until Hutch have got these specific pack requirements sorted, which they should be doing, where they can do things like put max RQs, etc., or only rear wheel, or all these kind of things. They can put multiple parameters onto a pack. Until that is fully introduced, you've got a pack here that you could pull a legendary car and not be able to use it in this event. Okay, so do bear that in mind. However, I'd be opening this pack hoping to get the CX75 or the Bentley Continental GT3. I mean, I would accept one of the McLarens. As we move down, you can see the R390 RQ McLarens, and we go through a load of the other cars. I'm not going to blow it yet and tell you what cars would potentially be useful for this finals. We're going to go have a look at that in a moment, but definitely twisty handly kind of cars are going to be useful. So you can see there's quite a lot of legendary cars that you can pull here. Half of them are going to be useful, half aren't, and anything above 90 you can't actually use in this event. But that doesn't mean it's not a pack worth getting, or don't let that deter you if you still want to try and get a top tier car for the event. Now, if we actually go and have a look at the track set very quickly, we can scroll down, and as ever, Mousetrap has done, here we go, Anniversary Spectacular, has done a little list for us to see what the track conditions are. We can see here very twisty, very turny with 1/4 mile. That is followed up by a track with 0 to 100 test bowl 1/4 mile 1 mile. So a very drag orientated. So we've gone twisty to a drag fast one. We then follow up with another twisty, bit of fast with North Loop and the fast circuit, but you know, mainly kind of twisty and fast, and it finishes with very twisty. So the main theme here is twisty with a bit of speed. There's no rain at all, no dirt, nothing like that. So anything which is going to be all surface off-road is pretty much a no-go, and you don't need to worry about 4-wheel drive. You can bring in rear-wheel slick tyre cars for this because there isn't an inch of rain, and there's also not a single road hump in sight, so all your low cars can be used too. Now, we will come to that in a moment. Let's come in and open one of these packs and see if we can get a car which can be used in this finals. Now, as I said, I'm actually aiming for cars that can't be used in the final. If I can pull a car that I can't use in that, it's not final, in that event, I'd be pretty happy. So the Ford Fiesta ST, and then it's another Ford Focus. I may keep a second of that. Extremely useful car. I'm gonna open one more because I haven't actually opened packs with gold for quite a while, and I like UK cars. I do pride myself in having a reasonable UK garage, so it can always be improved. So we'll do one more. Ford Edge, and okay, the Bentley Miscellaneous. Not going to help me for this event. We'll move on next, and we will take on, I did say I'd open one of the Call of the Wild packs. 10 slots will help bit of cash. I don't think I really need a Call of the Wild card anymore. I needed that GT Turbo would have helped me ages ago. Oh, I had to get one of those from one of those stupid premium aluminium packs that was opening. 17 of those things. Crikey, I done my plums in that thing. Okay, the Ford Mustang. I don't think I really need to build it for this Call of the Wild. Probably will fuse it. As you can see here, 17 of these packs. I've got all that cash I've gone and blown. I had to open, and 9 of these ones searching for cars to help me not Call of the Wild. I fully understand if people opt not to continue with the Call of the Wild, but yeah, there we go. I'm gonna get it, so just frustrating when you think about it. Anyway, let's get back to this. Let's do this 10th anniversary offer as well. Can we get something good? Can we get a Koenigsegg? That would be the ultimate aim. I hope there's some little code written into this pack that everyone's like guaranteed an epic at least, but they just didn't tell everyone. Let's see. Is it going to be? Okay, it's not a guaranteed epic. A second Opel OC. Don't think I need to build a second. And to be honest with you, nothing from any of those packs, which actually make me feel I'm really glad I opened those. But never mind. Let's get back into the anniversary spectacular. As you can see, I have played some races, currently set at 13.44. So I'm going to go and show you what I was using and why I was using it. It wasn't this hand, in case you are wondering. That wouldn't get me very far. So first of all, the first thing we're going to do is explain this bonus point. So with 5 required, you can see here, I could use the Bentley Continental 24 and my McLaren 12C. And I used the McLaren 12C as an example here. It has one upgrade into it. Its weight's up to 2.3, which is why it doesn't have the yellow bonus around it. Should I pick my Bentley, for example, it's got an upgrade into the engine and 2 upgrades into the chassis, meaning it has 3 upgrades, meeting the 2+ requirements. Therefore, this car gets me a 1.5 bonus when I'm using it. Now, in my opinion, this is very essential. Okay, this is a key component to this event. This will make you more competitive when you are racing and more vulnerable when people are racing you. Okay, and what I mean by that is if I come through and I leave out my 12C for the moment by adding the bonus points, this means from all the cars that I pick here, if I'm racing them, I'm going to be getting 75 points for a standard, fraction of a second win rather than 50 points, and that can make a big difference. That can give you a bigger cushion in races that you lose. So for example, the Bentley Continental 24, for example, is already pushed out of my thinking to have because it's heavy car, there's no rain, it goes. Now the McLaren could come in because McLaren's got decent MRA, it's decent all round, can do the drags, can do the tracks, so it would be in my thinking. The Lotus Evora, for example, would have been in my thinking, but not having that bonus means that it's left out for now. So I was looking at the cars that I have which would give me the bonus. Straight away we see the Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. I do have it maxed out, 101 handling, 3.00 to 60, 218 top speed. This car is going to help me everywhere. It's going to help me in test bowl, it's going to help me in the drag, it's going to help me on the fast circuits because it is maxed out. So that is basically a no-brainer. Now the second no-brainer which I now have is the Caterham 7620R. While not maxed out, it has the bonus and it has its handling up at max level, giving me 100 as it currently stands. So for twisties, G4, slaloms, anything like that, karting, this car is going to be a beast. It is going to be very, very hard to beat. So this car becomes a must have. As I scroll along, I see that my Bentley Bentayga and the Range Rover are no point having because they're too heavy. So to go for speed, I think that the DBS Superleggera comes in. While not maxed out, it will give me that 1.5 times bonus when I'm using it, and it can be used in the drags. So this car, if maxed out, would be great to have. Not maxed out, but still going to be pretty useful. I'm now going to find more utility, I think, by going down into my epics. Now remember, I do have the option of bringing in both the McLaren 12C or the Evora without the bonus, but seeing what I can bring in with the bonus makes me think the Aston Martin CC100 is still a very decent epic. I mean, it's on the brink of being a legendary. 3.3, really good MRA, 98 handling. Again, I can put it in the drags if I need to, I can put it in the fast circuits, I can put it anywhere. And to round it off, no point taking the Bentleys because again, no rain, etc. I do have the Lotus Elise Cup 250 already maxed out. Again, getting me 1.5 bonus. This car could go on karting, anything kind of twisty. This car would do pretty well. So I don't think I actually need the Evora. I don't think the Evora as it is brings too much extra to the team. So if we go in and race it, we'll play the first person first just to get us underway, and then we'll see how high we can go. Now we can see here we've got the North Loop, so from just looking at it straight away, I kind of know one of the cars that I'm going to be thinking of is going to be the Superleggera for that. Now this person has two of the McLarens. Now we can see that they're going to be fairly tricky to beat, but luckily for me I have a few cars here which are going to be key, I think, to helping me do well. One of them is going to be the Caterham, so we can take a victory Caterham versus Caterham. We can take a victory with the Elise Cup here against the Caterham, and now we need to just find one more victory because none of my cars will lose by too much ultimately. So I could be a little bit cheeky and try to win on the fast circuit with a better handling, try to win on the North Loop with the better handling, and take a defeat on the Forest Road. Now I could put my Superleggera into track 5, take the victory there, and then give away 2 50-point defeats against the 12Cs. But I'm going to just see here, because I've shown you, because the Aston Martin is maxed out is why it is going to be useful. If you had the maxed out 12C, for example, then I'd 100% be bringing that in. That is going to be a very, very viable car. Now we just about get the victory here, which is useful. This has wrapped it up for us. I know I lose this, but that's fine. No problems. The DBS that's probably my weakest car, to be honest with you, out of all the ones I've got here. And then we've got the Speedster. Now the Speedster, I'm only saying is slightly maybe better than DBS because it is lighter, but there we go. We've got 3 stars. We got those extra bonuses from having the 1.5. That will also help you get more points, help you get more pulls off the board. So there's a lot of reasons why you would want to try and bring in cars which get you that extra bonus. Now obviously don't bring them in to sacrifice having a better car. So for example, having the bonus on the Bentley, don't bring that in instead of the McLaren 12C, because the McLaren 12C is just going to be better all round. It's going to be better on any handling circuit, and it's also going to be better on drags because it's got better MRA. So for that reason, you wouldn't just bring the Bentley in. But if you can bring in cars with the bonus that you know can win, do so, because they will help you to beat people who are maybe fractionally stronger than you. Now I'm going to try and prove that here by going up and seeing if we can come against somebody who potentially has a better team than us. So here we go. First of all, well, fast circuit, we know we can get a victory, so I can do that straight away. Also very lucky enough to know that my Caterham is going to be very useful here. I also know on the Forest Road that is not the best car to have because it is heavy, so I can take North Loop here. I can give my Aston a victory here, and we will put the Lotus on this twisty road, and it is a very light car, so it may fractionally win. No, it doesn't. Fraction loses. So very close, but that's fine. 50-point defeat, and we will get the rest of the victory. So just to show you all, in case you have any of these cars and you want to see the kind of times and how they do against each other, we win against the 12C. We're going to beat the Aero Atom here. And this is a great car. Okay, this is a great car for this final. I don't have one, but obviously if it hasn't been worked on, it is still going to be good. It's just not going to be some of the cars probably in the top 15. I would suggest you're going to need to have maxed out epics and a good couple of levels at least into your legendaries, or at least your key legendaries. You might be able to throw in like 112C for example with stock, because it's just going to lose by 50 points, but it's better than your other cars to get you in the top 15. You're not going to be able to run that with all stock legendaries because there's going to be a lot of competition, I feel, towards the top. Now we get another 3 stars. We can do the same again. We will go up and we will see who we can do. So we've got Domenico here. I can see the Evora. I saw 12C. Let's see. So we've got the 12C, maxed out 12C here. He's gone 3-2-3. Now this is a different kettle of fish because this is a defeat. Okay, so we can't do that. He's also got a not maxed out, but he worked on Evora, going for the handling and the weight. Good. That's going to again be another very difficult challenge for me. We then have a slalom, a twisty, and a G-force. Now the good news here is we get the bonus for every match that we win. So let's take advantage of that bonus. First of all, slalom test. We will throw in the Elise Cup. That is going to help us there. Twisty circuit. We have options, but I would suggest throwing in the Caterham on the G-force because we want to make sure we get that victory. Pretty much any of these cars can win the twisty circuit, but I just want to test out my Superleggera against the maxed out McLaren and just see how far behind it is. It's going to be a bit behind, I know. So in that case, we'll put twisty circuit here. We will put the Leggera here, and we will put my DBS one here. So this is a defeat. It's going to be 50 points. You can see close, but the maxed out 12C, very useful car. Definitely if you have one, put it in. Even if it's not maxed out, I think for the majority of people, having that car in your team, the 12C, so the McLaren 12C is going to be it's going to feature in the majority of people's teams because not many people are going to have enough cars which have been leveled up outside of that which are better than it. So here we go, and finally you see we've got 2 victories apiece, but we're 50 points up here. So even if I lost the last race here by 50 points, it would be a tie. So big advantage being able to use those cars. We get the victory. We'd have got the victory without the bonus points, but that's not the I don't want to say point again. That's not what we're trying to prove. Let's go with that. Okay, yeah, doesn't sound as good, does it? I really need to use point, but you get what I'm saying. You get my drift. Now interesting again, we have a non-maxed out Elise Cup, so this is somewhere with a chance we can definitely improve. It gives us a free victory here. We have a twisty circuit. Another reason why we have the Caterham is for that. We also have a karting circuit, and the Rapide unfortunately is going to be a car which isn't going to fare particularly well in this event, anywhere near the top 15, so Aston Martin will take care of that. Then from a karting circuit perspective, we can take the victory with the Superleggera, and we'll just put the other Aston on the drag because it's going to lose. That's fine. We can't beat the 12C on the drag anyway with either of those Astons. So this time I'll put it on the drag. Doesn't matter. It would have won either race I put it in, and the other one would have lost to the 12C. So knowing that doesn't make too much difference. We're going to get at least 2 stars here, and we lose by 50 points, which isn't an issue. And depending how many points we get in the last race, it's going to be 2. We might get 3. Now 75, so it puts us 300, and there you go. So yeah, I forgot, minimum 75, isn't it, not 50. So there we go. So that brings us into the top 10, and we just faced, who did we just face? We just faced Vicenza, who is now sticking at around 15. So you can see that's kind of the least you want to have in terms of ammo in trying to get yourself a top 15, and that was running a non-maxed out Epic and the Aston Martin Rapide. Now last one, let's see where we can go. Alright, Robert, how you doing? I know you, so I'll give you a pass here, or maybe you're giving me a pass. What would this be? So let's see. We'd have a tie here. 2 ties. Pretty sure we've got both our cars the same here. Looks like it. Yep. Okay. We could win here or here. Our Caterham would get a win. We get a tie, and our DBS would lose. But as you see, I could go tie, take a victory, take a defeat, for example, or the other way round. The victory would get me 75 points, the defeat would give me 50, and I would get the victory. So that is why you're going to have an advantage playing against people when you're using the 1.5 as opposed to when they are playing you. Your cars do not get that advantage, so if they beat you, they only beat you by 50 points, okay, when you're racing them, so bear that in mind. Anyway, here we go. We're going to throw out the Caterham just to get this video towards a conclusion because it is going on a little while. Twisty circuit with Bentley, going to be very heavy. Twisty road with Bentley, very heavy. So 2 options there we don't need to worry about too much. Slalom test as well. So in fact, what we will do here, we will throw twisty road like this. We'll put slalom like... Oh, we'll put twisty circuit. We'll do this, okay? Because we'll give some of these other cars an option to shine and show you why they are in the team. So here we go. I could use the same maxed out Continental with 4-wheel drive. Heavy, unfortunately, not too useful. We've then got the Aston Martin again, great, nimble, better than the Continental, so that's an easy pickup over that one. We have got the maxed out Superleggera, which will get us the victory here. Obviously, if the 12C was maxed out, then that's a different kettle of fish. We get a victory here because the Elise Cup, although it isn't going to get anywhere near the McLaren with top speed, etc., still got decent MRA, better handling. And we finally finish it off with having that worked on but not maxed out Caterham. Really helpful car. This is definitely going to help me to maintain a top 15 place. And there we go, up into around the top 10 anyway. Now obviously people can beat me. I've had some defeats. I think I had one of those defeats myself early on, just trying to play someone when I had a slightly different team. I was running my Bentley etc to begin with because I thought it was going to be useful for the drags, but when I then actually looked at the track sets a bit closer, saw there's only that one level with the 1 mile, and I can always put in the Superleggera if I need to, or even my Aston Martins. I realised that Bentley was dead weight, literally dead weight, too heavy, so it went. So there we go. Hopefully that's been useful for you. Hopefully you can all find a way to potentially get that Dodge, that Ram, TRX. Great car. Also, we've still got a few days left of challenges. I could round that off for you now actually with a couple more packs because I can do these last few rounds here. I don't know if my teams are going to be able to do this. I'm going to assume they can. Okay, I'm going to assume they can, and we might as well get these last couple of carbon fiber packs in here. So this is the last round of the free to play challenge. Everyone could do this. It didn't matter if you got any fossils or not. There was a Call of the Wild 2 carbon fiber. Let's see if we can get anything decent out of this one. Ironically, I actually don't mind ultra rares. I need them. So I need ultra rares, so happy to get them. And if you say you need them, you don't get them, you get something better. That's my first Dodge Viper GTSR concept. Definitely think I'm going to be keeping that and maxing it out at some point. See loads of people use that in various events against me. We also have one more now. We've got the carbon fiber at the end of this one. Again, don't know if my lineup is going to be good enough to do this, but I'm going to assume it is. Yeah, not the best. We're going to hopefully get enough points. Hopefully I don't actually have to go through and change my team. If I do, I've got the cars to do it. I was just hoping I could. Yeah, thought so. Just hoping I could do it without having to do that. Okay, so we're going to need something for the dirt, or at least something that can beat it. Okay, fair enough. So what did I throw in that lost? It was this, I think. Or was it this? I think. Okay, it's not going to be that. Let's try this. I think this is good enough. Okay, so dirt, we get the victory. Here we get the victory. Test bowl, we get the victory. Here we can get the victory. Here we get the victory. Okay, sorry about that. So for the next carbon fiber, last one to round off this video. Let's see. Same again would be great. Same again would be great. As I said before, I don't mind getting ultra rares because I am looking for cars for Fuse. So ultra rares are fine. Really happy to get an ultra rares. We get the Volkswagen followed by, okay, the Ford Mustang. Second time, not lucky, but still That's cool, no problems at all. That will go into the fused pile. And yeah, been a pretty successful, I'd say, haul there, because although only one epic from what must be about, what was it, 6 or 7 carbon fibers, still they are ultra rare cars, and it is an epic that I will use, so gotta be happy about that. Looking forward to the rest of the weekend. I will try and bring an update towards the end of the video, hopefully, end of the weekend, hopefully getting that Ram TRX. Let me know in the comment section below if you think you can get the car, or if you need any help with your lineup. I'll see what I can do to make some suggestions, but until then, enjoy the weekend everyone, good luck in the challenges and the event, and I'll see you all soon.